Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. It is Friday, and it's time for pink. We have the pink lighting. Got my crazy pink friend over here, Gifts of Faith. There she is, pink,
Hi,
crazy
everybody.
and pink. That's your new nickname.
Pink. I'm in fuchsia pink.
Whatever. It's crazy and pink. So how you doing today?
Pretty good. I'm glad it's Friday.
You and me both. All right, guys. Looking forward to talking to each and every one of you. I know you guys had a curious idea as to what was going on the other day. On Wednesday, we had to end the show abruptly, and I had a emergency meeting with the network in which we go through, because there's, of course, my Psychic Connection, but we're also brought here, and a lot of our overhead and stuff like that is paid for by Streaming Star Network, which they are, they give us a certain amount of money and budget to help with the cost a little bit, but it doesn't pay for everything. And they had a nice little conversation with me to make sure that I knew that something wasn't right. So I had to leave in an emergency. So there was definitely some tech issues there and some problems, but they all got solved, and all is well and good. All right, Faith, I know you're ready to do some.
I'm ready.
All right, guys. And don't forget about that jump list, guys. That jump list guarantees your read. If you're looking for a mediumship reading, you've got to jump the list. If you want to, get a more in-depth reading, you've got to jump the list. So just know that everything is good. 3-minute readings are the free are 3 minutes, and then sorry guys, one of the comments caught me off guard here. But yeah, 3 minutes are free readings are 3 minutes. I figured I'd get that out this time, and jumps are however long they take to get out the message. Guys, remember, we are donating to the Salvation Army to bring turkeys to the families in need for this upcoming Thanksgiving. We're doing it this month. That way we get to get them the money in time in order to get those turkeys. Next month, we're going to be doing Toys for Tots, so we get up the money for December so we can get those kids toys. All right. You guys know how this works. All you got to do is say hi. You're automatically put on our list. If you want to jump ahead of that list, click the jump button. The link is being posted as we speak, and that way you guys can either click on it there or go to our description, and it should be in our description on Facebook and on YouTube and Twitter. Guys, we will be starting to stream live here soon from TikTok, so that way you guys can watch all your favorite on one of your favorite apps, depending on what that app may be. So that's where we're at. Massive echo, dear. That's not from either one of us. You might need to refresh your page. So if you've got us on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, it will cause a terrible echo.
Yeah.
I would hear that feedback over here too.
I've actually done that before on accident.
It's happened. All right, so guys, sit back, grab your favorite beverage, tell your friends, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to share and let people know about us here. We definitely like the likes, the hearts, the thumbs up, the smiley faces. Just know, guys, any type of rudeness will not be tolerated. We won't even ask you about it. We're just going to delete you and block you from the site. It's plain and simple. Well, I've seen quite a few rude comments here recently, and we're not putting up with it. We're not even going to acknowledge you anymore. So please keep your comments to yourself. If they're rude, we don't appreciate them, and neither do the people that are asking the question. So, all right, guys. Now remember, we have a giveaway tonight, so you got to stay to the end in order to find out who is going to win tonight's. And guys, I'm going to check the jump list. Let's start this out right. Let's go ahead and see if anybody has jumped the list. And right off the bat, we've already got our first jump. Our first jump coming from Pug Mama. Pug Mama, hopefully you've refreshed your screen, honey. All right, guys. Yeah, I think she needed to refresh her screen, or she may have opened up Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It happens. Like Faith said, I've done it. And remember, guys.
It sounds horrible.
And remember, guys, this is a jump. All right. Where's my Halloween decorations? How dare she? All right. Take away my Halloween decorations. All right. So Pug Mama is here. Pug Mama says her daughter's husband given silent treatment for a week. Something gonna blow soon. Will this be the one at the end that ends it? Sorry. Will this be the one that ends it? Will she stick it out in Ohio on her own for a bit? Anything else you see? And yes, refreshed words. Thanks, love. No problem. Okay. So I'm going to start. Did you want to start this one, Faith, or you want me to start it? Either way.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I got it. Let's do this. Sit in the back.
I'm good with that.
All right. Let's get this party started. So when it comes down to your daughter, this is not the argument. This is the start of it. The thing is this argument is going to draw itself out. I'm talking about the rest of October, going into November. The blowout hits right before we get to Thanksgiving. And she's going to, now, to me, it looks like she's going to try to come see you at that point. So get ready for that. It's something that I know that you're not ready for, but she's going to try to come see you for that. And when she does that, she's going to talk about all the things that she's going through, all the things that, what he does to her. And, and I'm seeing a lot of the things that she's saying, but I'm going to say this. I'm not a fan of his, and I'm not, taking his side over your daughter's. But I'm going to say this. Your daughter is definitely not telling you everything here. She's not talking about the things that she's doing and not doing and expecting him to do. And he's done it, but then she complains about it. So there's a lot of little nitpicking going on, which is leading to the bigger thing. Well, the other day, which is apparently a week ago, when he shut down and stopped communicating with her, that's because she said something very, very ignorant. Very ignorant. And he's not ready to forgive her, nor is he ready to speak with her. And he won't speak to her next week either. I mean, he'll open up a little bit more one-word sentences, but he's not going to be having full-on conversations with her. He's not ready. And that's going to drive her crazy. And so this is where it begins. So we're only at the beginning. So this silent treatment stuff, it's definitely not, this is just the tip of that iceberg. I mean, it's a part of it, and but there's definitely a continuance of this fight. I mean, it's pretty gruesome. And I can tell you right now, you're not going to be ready for it. And when we talked before, I was telling you about how to question the situation, because no matter what you do, let's say you say something ignorant about him, she'll get defensive or back off some, and you'll notice her attitude changes. See, you always hated him. Da, 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 da. How did it turn from him being the bad guy to you being the bad guy? Because only she can do it. Only she can argue about it. Only she can do these things. So just be prepared for that. To me, it doesn't look like this is the exact fight, but it to me does look like the beginning of it. So, I mean, there's more to come. The bigger blowouts down the road. So I'm going to pass this over to Faith. We're going to see what she's got for you. Faith, what do you got for Pug Mama?
Hey, Pug. So, oh gosh. So, I totally agree with everything that Journey said. I'm going to add some more details to it, though. This is not the end-all be-all fight, but this fight is going to lead up to it because, yes, he's going to open back up to her somewhat, but he's always going to have this argument in the back of his mind. I feel like, to be honest, that she insulted him as a man. So that just made all their other problems, all their other issues come to the surface. She insulted his intelligence, and then she told him something. This might not be the exact verbiage, Pug Mama, but it was something along the lines of, you're not a real man, you haven't been a good provider, and I should have never been with you type of thing. So he felt really sad and insulted, and that's why he's gone on shutdown mode. But here's what I will tell you, and I totally agree with Journey, because I'm not defending him, because I think he could be a lot better to your daughter than what he has been, okay? But your daughter doesn't tell you, just like Journey said, she doesn't tell you everything she does. Or sometimes she'll instigate things with him when she's in a bad mood. She's very passive aggressive with stuff. And I think that they feed off of each other, off of the drama. Now, here's what I will say. I don't know what day Thanksgiving is this year, okay? But when Journey was talking about her coming to see you, I saw a specific date, okay?
The 25th is Thanksgiving.
Okay, so I saw the 28th. So I think by the 28th, she will be at your home or leaving to come and see you. Because I don't know where they live, because I don't always pay attention to that. But I see snow on the ground, and she's like, I'm out of here. And it is to come see you, and it is to vent. Now, I feel very strongly, just like Journey does, that when she talks badly about him, don't say anything. Because if you say anything against him, it's going to get reversed, just like Journey said. Instead, say, honey, I am so sorry this is happening to you. Honey, I'm here for you no matter what. Honey, if you need me.
She's quite volatile, and she can chew it off at the mouth without thinking.
Yeah. So, and I think that's what she did, was she put down his manhood and insulted him as a man. Not his physicality, but just his to provide and that kind of thing, and that's why it tore him down. So that's a big part of it. Now I will say this: you need to just be neutral, be Switzerland, okay?
Yeah.
Because this is not over. She will go back, but I'm gonna say this. I think that she's going to go back until maybe even early into the new year, but I don't see them together after spring. They'll be completely done with each other by spring of next year. Now, she may leave before spring, but I'm talking about paper signing and all that, I feel like will be done by springtime, by end of April. So, that's the thing. And I apologize for my dogs. I have no idea why they're going off like this. They're going off worse than usual. But that's the thing, Pug Mama. You just have to be supportive. Just let her say whatever she's gonna say. And she may get nasty with you a little bit when she comes to visit. So be prepared for that. Don't take it personally. She's just gonna be edgy. So, But I don't see them staying together by any means.
Yeah, I didn't get that they were going to stay together either.
Yeah.
Because, she's not she won't be explaining to her mom what she did and what, what she pointed out. This is why I seen that right away.
Because she can be very hateful. Your daughter can be very mean.
Well, she can stab you in the heart with her words.
Mm-hmm.
How direct her words are. So, the thing is that, that's something you're going to have to be. You got to be neutral, like I said before. Just question it. Don't allow yourself to, Faith said it too, but you could be Switzerland. Says, do you think she will stay in Ohio after? Yes, she will. She's going to a friend's house. She's going to go to a friend's house. She doesn't want to leave Ohio, and it's not because she wants to be with him, but it's to me, it's like a little bit of a vendetta. Like she wants to make
I'm here and I'm gonna see what bad things happen to you.
That, and I kept seeing that she was also trying to. I'm gonna mute your mic for a second. So, all right. So let her ground her babies, and then she does have a sharp tongue. She says, yes, she sure can have a sharp tongue. And she does it. She knows she's doing it on purpose. And she knows she's doing it that way because she wants people to, be scared. She wants to have that dominance over the situation. So, we're going to put this over to me. So we don't have to watch Faith ground her children. But yeah, I definitely feel as though that there's a lot to be said by what she says, but there's a lot that that she doesn't realize. And if you can just, be Switzerland, be like, well, why would he do that? Why would he do this? Question it. Let her tell the whole story. Because what she'll do is she'll end up having to say, well, this is what I said. Not verbatim, but close enough. And she's not going to make herself look like a bad guy, but she will say some things that do make her look like the bad guy. And be like, well, why would you do that? Well, he pissed me off. Well, you can't do that. Two wrongs don't make a right. So you're definitely going to have to play mama on this one, but unfortunately you can't pick a side because she is going to go back to him, and then she's going to share with him that you don't like him. So that's how that one's coming. There we go.
Just hang in there, Pug Mama, because I think that there's still going to be a lot of drama.
Absolutely.
So just be prepared and be Switzerland. Be totally neutral. Just tell her, because your daughter needs her ego stroked a little bit. Not ego, but she needs to be coddled. So just tell her, because you are sorry that this is happening to her. So just tell her, honey, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. You're my daughter. I love you. What can I do to make it better? What can Mama do? I'm here for you no matter what. Because that's what she needs to hear from you right now.
Absolutely. All right, Pug Mama, thank you so much for your question tonight. We do appreciate it, guys. Remember, that is what it's like to get a jump reading. It takes however long it takes in order to get the full message out and to make sure that there's nothing that we don't, no stone unturned there. So we just want to make sure that you guys understand that was a mini reading. And remember, the free ones are 3 minutes long. And that means you're only going to get 1 minute and 30 seconds with me and then 1 minute and 30 seconds with Faith tonight. So you might want to jump if you want to get some more information. She goes, indeed, that's always that I always tell her. She says, thanks, my dears. You are
You're
welcome.
welcome.
All right. Well, let's keep on going here, guys, because guess what we've got?
Thunder.
Another number. There's a jump, 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 jump. And that jump's coming from Bella. Bella, go ahead and throw us your question. You have jumped the list. Bella says, I want to hear from Dollar, my hubby, if possible, anything and everything. Okay, well, the energy that I'm picking up around him, as I keep seeing him I keep seeing him trying to send you signs, kind of almost like a warning to kind of pull back your energy. I feel like I keep seeing some people that are kind of like drawing your energy out of you like a vampire. And I see a lot of misled information being thrown your direction. So he keeps saying she needs to stop, get away from these people, take a break, walk away, breathe, stop listening to them. They're confusing her. So he's telling me a lot of warnings. It's causing her to have anxiety, think about things differently, when she's trying to straighten things out and trying to move in the right direction. So, I know that he's saying that you're going in the right direction, but he feels that these other people will become a distraction, which would keep you from moving in the direction that you need to be going, which I saw that you would be, moving. She says, which one is misleading? I don't know who the people. Well, the thing is that, and I'm going to say this, not to diss another psychic, but it's another psychic, and it's a guy, and I feel like he's telling you things. It's almost like he's buttering your biscuit to believe what he thinks that you want to believe, or things that, like with information in which, how do I put this? He's giving you information, but he's misleading the information, and it's not coming through clear. So your partner is saying, well, tell her to watch out. Tell her to take things with a grain of salt. So I'm getting, and I don't like to diss or dismiss another reader, but when it comes down to it, I have to at this point. She says, the shaman one, I see, I kind of had a feeling. Yeah, he was trying to get you to feel that for yourself, but he was also trying to show you signs that maybe that when you were talking to him. And I keep feeling like he was like, how do I get her to notice it? Playing with things, playing with electronics, freezing your screen, doing whatever he had to do to try to get your attention. And that's what he was doing. I see him spending a lot of time around the child. Almost feel like he's trying to shade you from his family members, because they're just being raunchy. Like, just a raunchy energy. And my suggestion with them, and I think that's, your best bet to stay away from them for now. I get that. Now, how do I want to put this? All right, so, because he's saying a bunch of stuff and it's not in order. The thing about him and the way that he's like ranting, like I wouldn't say ranting, but he's talking super fast. So I'm trying to grab everything that he's saying. He's saying that some of the things that he sees or is telling you are things that can come true if you work on them. But a lot of stuff that he's telling you that's currently doesn't seem to be happening. And so your partner was definitely trying to stop it from happening. Like I said, messing with electronics or making things happen. She says, yeah, a lot of Facebook exiting and frozen apps and Um, well, I'll ignore their FaceTime laugh out loud. I feel bad, but fudge them. Well, yeah, I mean, you need things that are going to be, what's good for you, and you are wanting to make some new decisions that are going to benefit you. It would help with the baby, it would help financially, and so you can make a bigger nest egg for yourself. And I feel like that's the path you should be on. Now, you can be on your spiritual path and be on your path to finances and things like that. They can go side by side, and you can do both at the same time. But don't be told that you can only do one thing at a time. They don't call it multitasking for, they call it multitasking for a reason. I mean, come on, I'm a big person about that, and Faith will tell you I multitask like nobody's business.
Multitask, it's more like every task.
Well, we'll talk about that another day. But Bella, just know that you started to creep towards the right direction. I feel like you're questioning it still. I want you to kind of weigh out the pros and the cons. The pros are going to outweigh the cons. And I want you to see that for yourself, though. I want you to focus on you. I want you to focus on the baby. I want you to, get things in line. I keep seeing a lot of things with your mood is being elevated. It's going up and down. And I feel like people are still playing with your emotions. And you need to, and I know that this is a touchy subject, especially from him. And like I said, he's talking a million miles a minute. He wants you to be able to calm down because he thinks you're going to go in the wrong direction if you don't. And that's what he keeps saying. He says, I care about her. I don't want to see her go down the wrong path. She started to do the right thing, and then she got confused. And then it was like people were playing with your emotions. The one thing he kept saying was stop. Listen to Bella. You need to start listening to your inner ghost. Listen to that spirit inside you. Don't ignore it. You know the right thing, but sometimes you feel like you get talked out of it or you overthink it because of what others say. Just be careful of that. Know what you feel true in your heart and be able to move forward on your own free will and do the right things for you. Because right now is the time for you to focus on you. There's still a lot of healing ahead of you. You've got a lot to take care of. I feel like you were on the right track, but you kind of paused. Don't let that pause stay permanent. Keep moving in the right direction. Make that move you were talking about, or have your mom move to you. That's very important. That's going to help fix you and give you balance and be able to take some of the pressure off of you. I feel like it's going to be a benefit. I mean, everybody gets into arguments with their parents or disagreements, but those won't outweigh the positives that come with it and give you a chance to finally relax and finally get a full night's sleep for a change. Because, girl, you're not sleeping good. I'm going to be here. I will help uplift you. Faith will do the same. But I'm going to pass it over to Faith and see what he's telling her. And maybe she caught some of the things I didn't hear because he was talking 8,000 miles a minute. So,
first of all, he really does. Like, and it's like, what are you trying to say? Okay.
She said, yes, ESP with postpartum, broke, no food, laugh out loud. Yes, sleep. You need it.
So one of the things he was telling me is, and I'm gonna. This is not from me, Bella. This is from him. He's pretty straightforward and talks really fast. He says that you know better, Bella, than to like you're so disjointed right now emotionally. You were on the right track, and now you're just scattered, and now you don't know how to get back on the track. And just like Journey said, he's saying you need to step back and feel yourself, feel Bella's soul, and what does Bella feel like she needs. And he says, don't listen to the false voices. Listen to the people who you feel in your inner spirit are making sense. He says that person that Journey was talking about doesn't make sense. when he tells you things. And that's what you need to look at.
That's the confusion. Because Bella knows certain things which she has not told him, and then he tries to tell her the opposite, and she's like, wait a minute, that's not right. Yeah.
So, and he says he's upset with you because he says, Bella's not being my Bella because my Bella would have told him kiss my ass. That's exactly what he said, Journey. You know I don't like to cuss in the read.
I know you don't.
So, and he's saying he loves you a lot. He's also saying something about be careful of the baby getting a rash on its legs. And it looks like it's heat rash. Okay? And he's saying, you know, Bella, you walk around the house and you hear spirits, and it's not always him because that person and other people that you've talked to that don't have your best interest at heart have pulled in negative things in your house, but it's nothing that's going to hurt you. But you need to clear your mind, clear your heart, and calm down and refocus on you and the kids. You are going to move. He keeps showing me an apartment building. So either that or you're going to get funding to be able to stay where you're at. But I keep seeing an apartment.
She says, I did it first, but I really wanted to see. And she says, yes, I covered him with blankets a lot.
So, you know, just be aware. Just be aware and know that you're going to be okay. And he's just sending a lot of love. And he says, she thinks she's not strong, but she is. He said, I wouldn't have loved her if she wasn't strong. And he said, my family is not being supportive to you and it causes you stress. So walk away for a little while. You don't have to walk away permanently, but you're already tore up. So why should you subject yourself to that? And he says, just don't listen to anything that they say. I never did. And she shouldn't either. That's what he said. So just hang in there, Bella. He is around you. He is around the children, and he loves you.
She goes, that's the thing with the negative spirits. That's why I seek that shaman guy. So, you know, what's really good about getting those negative vibes, negative spirits, anything like that out of your house is to get white sage and lavender sticks. Mm-hmm. Make sure they're put together. And when you burn them, go through your house, open up all the doors and the windows. Now, I know this is going to sound silly. That means opening up every cabinet, every door, everything. If you got a jewelry box, open it. You got dresser drawers, crack them open. If you got a closet, open the door. If you got a CD player, open that damn drawer. Open everything. Tape decks, open them up. You don't want them to hang out anywhere. You want them out. Anything negative, anything that's going to harm you. Once you do that, you're going to bless your home. Walk through every room. And then let what little bit of sage is left burn on the table until it burns itself out. Now make sure you use like a ashtray. You can use an ashtray, a glass plate, because you don't want to put anything that's going to get too hot to burn any tables or anything like that. So just remember that. But yeah, some people use salt in the doorway. That'll keep anything negative from coming in. Putting it in the doorway, putting it in the window seals, things like that. Once you've gotten everything out, wait, I would say about 2 minutes, close everything up. Start with the doors and windows, then you can go to the dressers and all that stuff. But you don't want to trap something in your house. That's why we open everything up. And say a prayer that you like, a message that you want to put forth, let them know. You know, you're not welcome unless you're welcomed. You know, you're not allowed to be here. Banish those negativities from your house. She goes, will do. I have a Platos Santos. I don't know if I said that right. Can use instead of that. Okay, well, whatever you got, sweetie. I probably said that wrong, but hey, don't mind me. I'm dyslexic. I read backwards. I can't help it. All right. So, and if you ever hear me like kind of stall while I'm reading, that's because I have to reread the sentence twice. So, Bella, that's what I'm getting. And, you know, another thing, too, to take away the negativities for yourself, put your hands in the dirt. I know that sounds crazy, but you're going to neutralize anything that's coming, and it's helping neutralize negativities, and it'll ground you. Okay? All right, honey. Well, thank you so much for your reading tonight, or your question tonight, and I hope that reading helps. You know, just know that your partner's around you and trying to warn you. So pay attention to the signs that he's sending. All right? All right, guys. We are going to take a message from our sponsor, but after that, we are going to get to Meerkat 626. You are on the list, so get your question ready. And then Jalapeno, you're on the list, so get that question ready as well. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
All right, guys, we are back. Whoop, whoop. Faith with her mouth and her tea. All right, guys, we did get something going on here. What is it? What? We got a jump. Our jump coming from Gobble Gobble, exactly right, guys. We just earned $3 so far to the families in need, and that'll add us up to $53 so far for the month, so that we can provide that to the Salvation Army to provide those turkeys for families. And the way prices are, that's probably cost a turkey. You'll get a turkey and maybe a half of one at this point.
Yeah. No joke.
Hopefully they can get them cheaper than we can. Anyways, guys, I need Blanca D to go ahead and throw us your question. Meerkat, hold on to your question for just a little bit longer. We did get a jump while we were on commercial break, so we'll grab yours in just a moment. All right. Blanca says, my question is medium for my mom. I thought about her lately and was wondering, does my mama have any kind of memories for me? Okay, so when it comes to your mom, I did pick up some things. Mercat, you're okay, honey. Don't say sorry because I did say your name, but we got to jump in the middle. So, but thank you. We'll be right with you. So copy it, and hold on to it because you're next. All right, unless we get a jump in between. All right, so message from your mom. I did get a couple messages from your mom. You wanted memory messages, but I do see some current messages that she's wanting to bring forth as well. So I'm gonna say that she's talked about childhood, and there's the absence there of mothering. And I feel like this is why it's being brought up now, and why she had the other message that she had for you is that she wishes she could have done more, and at the time wasn't thinking and wanted to spend more time with you. And she is also proud of you, but here's the thing that she's saying is that when you talk to your daughter, sit down with her one-on-one. Don't talk to her in front of the boys. She wants her to feel special. She's saying that your daughter's feeling a little lost at the moment, and that she wasn't capable of being there for you when you were lost. That your sister was, but your sister, I guess it was your older sister, from what she's saying to me is that she was good, but she was mean. And you didn't know how to take that emotionally at that time. Your daughter, on the other hand, doesn't have a sister. She's got boys to deal with. And she doesn't think either one of them, any of them, know anything. She tries to control the little one. She can beat up the other one. And the oldest one doesn't even know she's alive. So, I mean, she actually has a better connection to the oldest one, because he does talk to her, but he only talks to her like, I'm picking on you. That's like that mama picks, like brother and sisters pick on each other. But your mom does wish she had that time that was going to be a little bit more open and more heartfelt. Not that she didn't love you, because that's not what I'm saying at all, and that's not what she's saying, but she does realize that she left you more to your own than she did than being mama hen. She had other things that she was focusing on, and they were things she should have never even focused on. They hurt her, and by hurting her, that hurt you, and it hurt your sisters. And your oldest sister, she feels bad for your oldest sister because she felt the need to have to mother all the younger ones. So she felt like she stole her childhood from her. But in reality, your older sister, that's just, not saying this is a mean thing, but your older sister likes control. So it kind of was like, it was right up her alley. But I do feel as though that she's like, when you talk to your daughter, even if it's like, you need to clean your room, you need to do this, you need to do that, sit her down and talk to her face to face, like you're going to have a sweet talk, even though it's about cleaning her damn room. It's almost like giving her that special attention that she's missing. And what your mom is saying is that you're going to notice that's going to change the way that she responds to you, and that she's going to, it's almost like she gains a new respect for you because you're starting to treat her as an adult as she's getting into those older years. She says, she's beautiful and reminds me of my mom. She looks like her. I look like my mom. She says, oh, Mama, we love you. She made us so strong. And yes, I'm listening, Mama. I miss her calls. She feels as though that, she missed some opportunities that could have been, basically, she missed opportunities that could have been for you guys, and she doesn't want you to miss that opportunity with your current daughter. So that is what I'm seeing here, and I'm sure Faith's got more messages, because now she's about to hop over there and go talk Faith's ear off. And she just wants you to know that she loves you. She doesn't want you to miss out on those opportunities like she did, because that's one of the things she did regret. But she loves you more than anything in the world. She said, thank you, Journey. You are welcome. Let me pass it over to Faith. Faith, what you got?
Hey, Blanca. So, yes, I agree with everything that Journey gave you as a message, but your mom was telling me a couple of the same things and a little bit different things too. She says that there was a memory of you, and this wasn't with her mothering you. This was you as a young adult or an adult, and you were sick, laying on a couch. I think you had a fever. And she's showing me this is an instance where she wasn't there, and you were thinking about, I need my mom. I need my mom. Because you were really not feeling good. You may have even been pregnant, and she wasn't there because she wasn't able to be. You know, that's the thing. She's telling me I wasn't able to be the kind of mom that I should have been. And one of the things that kept coming through to me, that she kept saying to me even when Journey was picking up off of her, is that the reason why she was telling Journey so much about your daughter is because your daughter has, if you notice, even when I've read your husband keeps coming through and saying that you need to spend time with your daughter. Your daughter is in a very vulnerable emotional state right now because she feels isolated. She doesn't have friends, and she wants to be understood. She's really confused about herself right now. She's like in that preteen age, and she's very confused. So just like Journey said, if you'll talk to her like she's an equal or like a friend, then she'll kind of respect more, because she'll be like, oh, mom is talking to me. Mom is taking the time. And your mother wants you guys, just like Journey said, to kind of unite and get past what she couldn't give you and what she couldn't give your sisters. She said, the reason that your sister is so messed up now is because at the time, my priorities were not what they should have been. She said, I should have been home, staying home with you guys and doing all the mothering things instead of always getting cross and putting other people before you. She said, I know that you missed me, and I know toward the end of my life, as I got older, I was a better mother to you, Blanca. But she said, let's get real. I'll be really honest. She said, Faith, I was not a good mom. Not really. I wasn't the mom that Blanca needed or that some of my daughters needed, because I emotionally didn't know how. She said, that's the difference with me and Blanca. She said, my daughter is emotional. She's kind. She's funny. She's proud. She's hardworking. She said that you always give the kids love. If the kids need something, you're there. You're always laughing and goofing. She says, my daughter thinks just because.
She goes, oh, I've been a bit busy, but I definitely will make time with her.
I think that, that's important. Do
Oh,
that.
absolutely.
Take her to go get her nails done or something. Do a mother-daughter day. I think she would, or do a mother-daughter weekend.
Absolutely.
But she says that you are so loving and you are so kind, and you always try to make the kids know that. And it's hard right now because of everything that you've gone through and the children have gone through since Robert passed, to really know if you're doing the right thing. And you are, but sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough. And it's not that you're not doing enough. It's just your daughter needs to feel important as a young woman, as a young lady. She needs to feel important and to know that she's loved in that house. And it's not that she doesn't know, it's just she doesn't really have sisters. And I'm telling you, as a female who has a sister, I have a sister and I have a brother. Okay. The bond between a sister and a sister, even if they don't always get along, is not like the bond between a brother and a sister. It's different. So, she needs you. You're her friend. You're her mom. And she looks up to you for strength. But just know your mother is so proud of you. She says, my daughter is 100 times better mom than I ever was. She said, you can sugarcoat it and say I was some great mom. And I was a good mom in my older years. She said, but when you were young, I didn't put you guys first. I didn't. And I didn't.
She says, yes, I will this weekend. Me and her and my sisters mothered me more, but I always looked up to her.
Of course you did, because you know what? There is a core. There at a child's core, even when their mother is crappy, we still we love our mothers. Even when they're not the best of moms. Somewhere deep down in us, right? We all want to be accepted by our moms because we come from them. So especially as women, that's very important. But your mom just wants you to know she loves you. She's proud of you. She says, stop working so hard. And she said, stop looking for love in the wrong places. I don't know why she's saying this like this. But she says, stop looking for love in the wrong places right now. She says, love will find you when it's meant to. And Robert and I will send you someone good. Someone that can handle you. That you will love and that will be good to you. So just hang in there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that was your beautiful message from your mama. And, she loves you dearly. She loves all of her kids dearly. But she knows that you got a double whammy. And she wishes that you never had to bear that. That's a lot of pain to bear. And especially when it's a time where you want to hide under the blankets and never come out. She said there's a reason why you like certain colors, black being one of them. It's because you feel that you can hide behind it. It's a shield. It keeps you away from everybody. It keeps a barrier between you and the other person because you don't want to connect in that way anymore. And that's not something that happens during their passings. This actually happens at a younger age, but I won't go into the details of why it was triggered with you because that's extremely personal. But that's where it started. And that seed came through. And I'm just going to let you know. Your mom, she says she knows. And she wanted to tell you that she apologizes for that because she didn't know at the time. She would rather listen to somebody else. But she wants you to know that she wishes you never had to bear that pain. I'm going to let somebody know that they're next on the list. And Kayla said, I wish I had PayPal. Guys, just so you know, when you use PayPal, there is a button to use your PayPal. And then there's another button right below it that says you can either, I think it's guest or just use your bank card.
Yeah, just use your bank card.
Yes, you can use your bank or credit card without having to be a member of PayPal. So you can use it. It's just the processor that we use. So you have to just go through you have to go to the second button in order to do it. Blanca says, thank you both very much. I love her. I really appreciate it. You guys all but love for both of you. You are welcome.
We love you too, Blanca. You know that.
All right, guys. We're going to take another commercial. We're going to take another message from our sponsor. But Chelsea, get your question ready. You jump the list. Woo, woo. Chelsea jumped the list. And then Unique Smith, you jumped the list as well. So you'll be right after Chelsea. And we'll be right back after these messages.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right, guys, we are back, and you guys know what that means. What does it mean? We got a job.
Thank you guys so much for jumping.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys so much for helping the charity.
Absolutely. We're up to 55 so far. We appreciate that for the month. So we're going to get them turkeys, guys. And like always, I'm always going to add to it on top of it. So we'll get my Psychic Connection to put forth a little bit more money because we need to get more than 2 turkeys.
Yeah, and the way the groceries are now, it would probably be about 2 turkeys for real.
I know, it's crazy out there right now. But I need Chelsea to go ahead and throw us a question. Chelsea. All right. Chelsea's here. Chelsea says, looking for a message or advice or both from my dad. He passed away in 2003. Okay. Right off the bat, when it comes to your dad, he says, he was talking about he says he sees that you're trying to change things on career path, or you're trying to make something change with your finances too. So by changing your career path, you're actually going to help make that happen. And he's been sending you little things. He says sending small messages, seeing if she'll pick up on it. She dismisses things when it comes to that. She usually pays attention to the signs, but she's been dismissing mine. He's saying you need to start doing what's right for you and not what's, you're taking on too much of what other people's energies are right now. And he says it's making it hard for you to make decisions for yourself because you're too busy solving everybody else's problems. He says there's nothing wrong with being a Power Ranger, but you can't do that shit by yourself. So you got to take some time for yourself. If you don't recharge, you're not going to be able to move forward. His energy is he's a very tough guy, but when it comes to you, you were his soft spot. And he says that, his love for you is there. It's strong. He's still trying to guide you. He says he wishes that he said more to you to prepare you for this world. And he said he tried his best to do what he could. He's sending great love. He says that you have great ideas to go beyond what you're doing, and that you haven't taken those steps. And he says you need to let go of the fear. He says a lot of fear has kept you back, but it comes from the nonsense of those around you that don't support you in the way that you would want them to. She says, I've noticed someone been around lately. I didn't know if it was him. He said he's been there. So yes, it was him, but he's not the only one that visits you. She says, yes, I own a business, work part-time, just got into the doctoral program. Okay. But the thing is that your own business is I know you're working part-time, and I think the program is awesome. So you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and that's probably what he's talking about, is going in different directions. But I know the part-time thing is bringing in some cash. He says your own business. If you worked on that as hard as you work for other people, it would be more successful. And he's been trying to tell you that for a while. He says you need to open up your gifts as well. He says that you allow yourself to get emotional, or you're letting anger or aggravation, sadness, depending on who the person's energy is around you, kind of block you, because you won't be able to see things for yourself, even though people say all the time, oh, you can't see things for yourself. Yes, you can. If you are a real psychic. Newsflash, if you are a real psychic, you will see things.
Excuse me, Journey.
You will see things for yourself. But if you let your emotional path block you, yes, you will be hidden from your thing. You're not going to see everything for yourself because you need to live things to gain experience, but you do see things for yourself. I see things for myself all the time. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I listen to myself sometimes. I'm like, oh, no, I can fix it. And then I'm like, son of a bitch, I should have listened to myself. But she said, I'm all over the place. I need to work on it. I need to work harder on it. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He says, other energies overwhelm me horribly, physically and emotionally. And that's what he wants you to do, is to pull back your energy. You're great at helping people, but start helping those who actually want it versus those who are just the energy vampires that are sucking you dry. Now, you do know that you're a medium, right? Because I don't know if you know that 100%, but that's why I said he was not the only spirit that was around you. I've seen a woman. I saw a child. I saw, I want to say that she died like in the 50s. Like she's died a while ago. I mean, we're in 2021. She died in 1950. She's coming through. She's not even connected to you family-wise. There's no ties to her. But what she's done is she's seen that she's been able to help you. And she provides signs. And when you smell roses and you're not around anything that should smell like roses, that's who you're running into when it comes to her. You're also going to run into your father's smell. They're trying to give you signs to let you know that you are protected. But I want to know, why are you scared of your mediumship? What is keeping you from that? Is it the emotional energy? Because that's a question I have for you, because if you were to allow yourself to feel and hear what these spirits are saying to you, I feel like you would get on a stronger path. And I feel like you would move along a little bit quicker and your own business would benefit. She says, I just doubt my gifts, or it's very, very tiring trying to remain stable with all the signs coming in. Okay, so let me give you a little hint about, I know this when I was younger and I started my mediumship, and Faith can understand this as well. When you start doing mediumship, yeah, it's going to wear you out. It's like going to the gym and working out your muscles until you're so tired, you're like, oh my God, I can't move. That's exactly what's happening when you start mediumship. So, and then you're using your own energy to do it because you don't know any other way or any other source in order to provide that energy. So I started off with a candle and I lit it when I did mediumship. What I would do when I did this mediumship is I would let that candle's energy be the energy source that the spirits used instead of me as the source, and that way I wasn't as tired. Then I learned Reiki energy. This is the energy that's provided all around us. It's in the universe, it's in the sun, it's in the ground, it's in everything that's alive. It's in everything that's here. It's in the dust, it's in everything. So this energy is just sitting there. Learn Reiki 1, 2, and 3, and you'll be able to use that energy to help provide those energies for those spirits that come through that you're talking to. By doing that, you're also going to create a wall from their emotions so they don't overwhelm you. You don't want to be the vessel that gets overwhelmed when you're doing readings, because it can be damaging to the person who's doing it, because then all of a sudden you're depressed, but that's not your energy. That was the person that you did a reading for when spirit came through to communicate with you. So she says, yes, I want to learn Reiki. Well, I got awesome news for you because I'm going to be teaching a free class of Reiki 1, 2, and 3 coming up this summer. So if you want to join that class, definitely let me know because I'll get you all signed up and we'll get you learning Reiki. But she said my husband's father and uncle came in strong to me with messages to him. I was exhausted for a week after, but it was a very important message. Yes, but here's the thing. When you go and you do mediumship like that and you feel that drain of energy, ground yourself, take a saltwater bath, do whatever you can. You've got to get that energy off because what's going to happen is it's still going to pull on you. It's like a leech. It latched on and it's going to suck you dry if you don't get it off. So, I mean, yeah, you can take a bath, but if you're not saying I release this energy and I let it go down the drain, if you're not doing that type of necessary things, it's going to stick on. You'll get some of it off, but it will take time. Like you said, it took you a week. And Faith and I, we did the trial and errors when we were younger. And I'm one of the more stronger mediums I am the strongest medium in my family and psychic at that. But the thing is that they learned from me. They're still learning from me. They're like, wow, I didn't know you could. Oh my God, you can't. Oh, I get it now. They're like, damn. So they're learning, even though they were my teachers as a young man, as I grew into adulthood, I was teaching them things. They were learning off of my experiences. So they were really surprised of what they could learn from me. And, you ever hear that the student surpasses the teacher? I did that by the age of 15. I was as good as they were. And then I kept going. And I've been doing this since I was 15 years old professionally. And then it just, it's 25 years later. So, but I feel like you've got great things ahead of you when it comes to this. I really want you to work on that. Ground yourself, saltwater baths when you do mediumship, and, try to provide love and light. If you want to, learn Reiki, I'll be more than happy to teach you. And that's to anybody who wants to do it. It's not paid. It's not a paid course. It will be a free course. You'll get a certificate once you reach master. All right. So, I see Unique wants to join. Don't worry, honey, you can. She says, my dad always knew I had a gift. I think sometimes it scares him. Though, laugh out loud. He has certain superstitions. But the thing about the superstitions in which he once had, they no longer exist now. He's got an idea now. So he's ready to, when you go to the other side, you get to be opened up to so much more things than you ever knew. And they can't always share all that information because we have to live life as we know it. But he knows, and he's not afraid anymore. All right, Vicky, have a great day. Don't tell me let's go. This is serious. We don't do that.
What?
Yeah, someone is trying to rush this reading. All right, so I'm going to pass this over to Faith. Sorry about that, Chelsea. She goes, that's beautiful. I'm so happy he can see that now. Yeah, he's loves you to pieces, girl. You were his soft spot. I'm going to pass it to Faith. She's got a bunch of messages, too, from him.
So, Chelsea, I got a lot of cool stuff to tell you. First off, did you do something different to your hair? Because your dad keeps saying your hair is different. Or he keeps saying something about your hair. He's going to be a little bit lighter with me about some certain stuff. And then I'm going to go into some other stuff. Because he told me a lot of stuff while Journey was talking. But he's saying some things about your hair. Did you change your hair or do something fun to your hair? And he says he wants you to know, too, that he's very proud of you. Even though you feel indecisive about work and things, he's very proud of you. He says, this is a time for your creative side to come out. Okay, he
He
says,
said, "Oh my God, yes, I cut it and dyed it, and it's more blonde." Last week, it was
yeah,
one thing, and I did it for me finally.
well, this is what he says. He likes it. He just didn't like that you cut it.
Oh, that's Dad's though.
Yeah,
Dad's like the little girl's hair, nice and long, and
because he keeps showing me, your hair as a kid, and he has memories of you, like walking with you and stuff when you were younger. Did you get into like some type of fender bender when you were a teenager? Not even, I don't know if he was teaching you how to drive or something, but he said she used to like to slam on the brakes because he's showing me you as a teenager learning how to drive and you were slamming on the brakes a lot. He's just showing me
said, "Oh my
really,
God, he used to tell me to never cut our hair, all of my sisters and me."
yeah, he's like upset about that. He says, but I still love you. You're still my baby.
Oh yeah, she was the soft spot. She's the baby
And he
girl.
says, this is the thing. He says, Faith, don't let my daughter fool you.
She
She says,
said, She said, "Oh, 6 months after he passed, I got into a bad accident as a passenger."
he says that be careful when you're in the car because I don't know if it's you or just people in general like to slam the damn brakes on.
She says, "I still slam on the brakes. I can't slow to a stop."
Okay, yeah, that's what he's showing me. And he's being funny. Okay, he's not saying it like something bad's gonna happen. He says just, and I think this is just for recognition that he wants you to know that he's around. He says she slams on the brakes constantly, and then he's literally saying, she goes, oh shit, I should have slowed down every time. And then you chuckle, and he says he comes around you the way he comes around you, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, is certain songs will come on. He said that's him doing that to you. And he said, my daughter was a cuddle bug. And he says, I know she misses my hugs. And he's also saying to tell you that he knows now that your gift was real. He said it just freaked him out when you would see things or you would mention odd things. He didn't know as an adult, like, how to register that or prepare you for that because that wasn't something he was used to. But he said, if I didn't believe in it, I wouldn't be coming through to them. Okay? And he wants you to pursue it. And I want to touch a little bit on some of the things that Journey said about mediumship. Okay, listen. I've been doing readings for 23 years now, and I've seen things ever since I was a kid. I'll be really honest with you. I've worked with Journey for 9 years almost, okay?
Yep.
And Journey and I've always been able to do mediumship, okay? But Journey kept telling me, Faith, do some mediumship. And I would be like, no, I don't want to do mediumship. Faith, do mediumship. No, because I don't give, Journey doesn't ask me for readings, but there have been, I think, 1 or 2 times when people around him that have crossed over came through to me at random. And Journey was like, you need to do mediumship. And what did I say, Journey? I don't want to do mediumship. And why did I say it? Because I don't want to see them, 1. Mm-hmm. And 2, it's doing mediumship takes a different kind of energy. Even when you know how to shield yourself. That is why, in order to get a mediumship reading with us, we have you jump, because it's different, because each spirit is different. Each way that they communicate is different. Some are better at communicating than others. Some talk really fast and you hear them. I hear them in my psychic thought. Some just give you pictures and you have to interpret. Some make you feel like they feel. So it's a different kind of energy. But you are very capable of this. And your father is also showing me something else. You're very artistic. What's she saying, Journey?
She says, "I want to help people with messages. I'm just nervous I'll be wrong." It's not the messages that are wrong, it's how they take them.
Right, and this is the thing, okay? When you're first learning how to read, whether it's psychic or mediumship, and this is something I learned early on of doing readings professionally. Don't be scared to be wrong, because that's okay. But sometimes the messages you give someone is not going to make. Sometimes I'll give a reading and I don't even know what's going to. And Journey can attest to this, I'm sure. Sometimes when we're reading, because we're channeling, okay? That's why sometimes when you guys will go back and repeat that, I can't, because it comes out of my mouth and sometimes I don't know what it's going to be. It's not going to make sense to you all the time. And that's okay. Because I've had some weird stuff come out in a reading, and I'm like,
this is I get feelings which provoke words.
Right. And that's, even if it doesn't make sense to you, say it. Because the more you trust it, the more it'll come out.
Exactly.
But always give respect that it's not you. You're just being used as a channel to help someone receive the messages. And as long as you honor that, it'll come through more and more. Don't be scared of it. Just open yourself up to it and know that you wouldn't have this ability if you weren't meant to help someone. Because you never know. You know, I have seen readings that one reading has changed somebody's life. I have seen it. I had a client that I had never read before, and she wanted me to read her clearly. So, and I didn't know this until later on down the road, because she stayed my client. She wanted me to read her clearly. Well, she was an alcoholic, so she didn't drink for 3 days, so her energy was clear. Well, I picked up that she was an alcoholic and that she drank and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, she was from a foreign country, and I picked up names. And, you know, after that reading, she never drank again.
Beautiful.
Because she knew what I had said was true, and she was shocked that I knew as much as I did. So you never know how much a reading is going to impact somebody. That's why I always say that this is a privilege and it's a responsibility.
Yes, it is.
It's you know, we love all of you, but being psychic ain't easy.
She says, that's amazing. Thank you. I needed to focus on my gifts and not be in fear. That's exactly right.
That's the thing.
The best of you, and don't let outside forces try to change what and who you are. Because
you can do this. It's just going to take time.
It does take time to develop. And, you know, the thing about it is not everybody gets my childhood, but most people start to really see this development when they get around the age of 15, 16, some a little younger. But I've always been on this path. And my family, you know, they just supported me 100% because they knew what I was saying was coming to pass. And you know, when I was 2, I was saying who was coming on the phone, and then boom, a couple minutes later, that person called. So I don't remember doing that, of course, because I was 2. But
you don't remember doing it, Journey?
I don't remember doing that when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
Even as an adult now, I still do it. I'm like, oh, better grab my phone. Faith's going to call me here in a minute. And my husband to this day still goes, I don't know how you do that. It's like, it just happens. I don't know.
And they've been married a long time, so for his husband to say that is funny. But let me tell you guys, Journey is a trip, because this is what Journey will do. Journey will tell me, and he hasn't done it in a while. I'm waiting for him to tell me something now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't ask Journey. Okay, you think that we ask each other questions like when we're alone, but we don't do that. It'll come out in random conversation. Like Journey will like be talking to me and he'll be like, da 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 Faith, and I'm like, huh? And he's like, I just told you da 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 da, and I'm like, no, Journey, that's not gonna happen. Shut up, Journey. And then like a few months later, I will literally call him or be on video chat, and I'll be like, Journey, I hate you. And he's like, Why? Why do you hate me? What happened now that I told you was gonna happen? And I'm like, shut up.
No, guys, it doesn't come out as calm as she just did it. It comes out as, Journey, I hate you. That whole southern drawl.
That is way by accident. That does sound. And he said it just with the right length of, because I go, Journey, I hate you.
Yep,
like
there it is.
But I usually yell it. I usually do it. And he's like, what? And he'll start hysterically laughing and he'll go, uh-huh. Or he won't tell me something. This is the other thing he does, you guys. He won't tell me something's going to happen. And then later on, something will happen and I'll be like, Journey, such and such happened with such and such. And he'll go, I know. And I'm like, you know? And he's like, yeah, I've seen that for months. I just didn't tell you. And then I'm like,
play out.
and then I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me? And he'll either say one of two things. Well, you needed to go through it. That's one thing he'll say. Or he'll say this. I didn't feel like getting yelled at. So I just figured I'd let it go through, if it was something bad, I would have told you.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad, so I just figured I'd just wait.
Sometimes we got to live the experience. And, the funny thing is that she'll try to start telling me what's going on. And then I go, oh, yeah, I know. And then I'll fill in the rest of what happens. She's like, why didn't you tell me?
And then he'll go, I didn't want to be yelled at.
It's fun, though. But
he usually, with important things, he does usually tell me.
And I do that when I see important things for other people. Like if they're asking one question, but something more important is being drawn to my attention, I will add that into the reading because it's something they need to know. It's a need to know now. So I always do that. I've always been that way as a reader. If there's an important message, you have to get it. All right. She says, I've noticed it's probably since the age of 8. I remember I definitely wanted to do the Reiki with you, Journey, for sure. Yeah, just hit me up, My Psychic Connection at gmail.com, or you can just message me on the website. You can do that too at mypsychicconnection.com. But yeah, anybody who wants to do the Reiki class this summer, just say Reiki class. And then I'll send you guys messages when we're getting ready. We're setting up things. I'll send you guys a PDF file for your workbooks so everybody can get ready to rock and roll.
And don't forget, guys, we're going to do that show this summer that's called So You Think You Can Read.
Absolutely. So You Think You Can Read is a psychic game show, like a game show. And we're going to have a group of psychics come on, and they're going to talk with us. And they're going to do readings, and they're going to be 3-panel judges, and we're going to see how you did your delivery. Was it good news, bad news, depending on how the situation is, what you could work on to help you. And the person that's at the end and wins the contest, they're going to get $1,000. They're going to get a show here on My Psychic Connection, and they're going to be a psychic on our website, and they will get a little trophy. We've got everything set up for them. Got to find out who their name is to see who wins. So if you're a psychic or know a psychic that would love to be a part of this game show for this summer, write game show to mypsychicconnection@gmail.com so we can get them in and start sending them the emails, let them know when we're going to start. So we're really excited about that. We can't wait for this summer.
He's going to be Simon.
Of course. Why? Who else would I be? I'm definitely not. What's your name? Paul Admiral.
I think it's Katy Perry now. I don't even think Simon's on there anymore, but I always loved Simon.
No, it's a whole different cast now. All right, so Chelsea says, thank you. You are welcome. Don't forget to email me, sweetheart. All right, guys, we are going to take a short break, but after the break, I need Unique Smith to get her question ready. She also jumped. So we're going to take that message, and then we'll be back. We'll take Unique's question, and then we'll keep going down the list, guys. All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
For Central Kentucky's best selection of pets and pet supplies, visit Adventure Pets in Berea. We have one of Central Kentucky's largest selection of fresh and saltwater fish, exotic birds, hamsters, reptiles, puppies, kittens, and more. We carry several lines of premium dog and cat food. We also stock Frontline Plus, Advantage, Capstar, and other products for flea and tick control supplies for dogs and cat health needs. Call us today at 859-985-8001.
All right, guys, and we are back. Whoop, whoop. We are back. We are back. We are back. All right, guys, don't forget we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the show. We're going to be doing that in about 15 minutes, and we've got a name drawn, but I think I'm going to draw one more. So I'm going to give away 2 prizes tonight. What do you think about that? Prizes are awesome, but guys, don't forget, whoever jumps the most this season, that means from when we started until the last day of season 2, which is the last day of May, we're going to be giving away an Apple iPad to the winner. And we've already got the contest started, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. So get your chance and get yourself in that raffle because we're going to be giving away that Apple iPad. All right. And we're going to be doing a lot of cool and fun stuff and lots of good giveaways as Faith's playing with her camera. I'm going to just put it on me for a second while she fixes the camera. All right. So sorry about that, guys. All right. Unique, we're going to go ahead and take your question, and then we'll take Meerkat's because we take all the jumps first. Okay? So go ahead and throw us your question. All right. Okay, I understand. And she says, do you see me getting full custody of my oldest 3? So here's the thing when it comes to that question. It has been a very serious kind of like battle here from what I'm seeing. But the end result is yes. I know you were trying to be courteous, honey. I get it. But the thing is that, yeah, you will receive the 3 custody of the 3 oldest, but the thing is that it's still coming with the fight. So I don't feel like the battle is over. And I honestly feel like even though what you've been through has been a battle, there's still more to come. You have a lot of things going on around you that I've seen. And I'm seeing lies being placed on family members, and you're in protective mama mode. And you've got to prove their innocence, and that's definitely something that you've got to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, innocent. You're not protecting anything that isn't true. You're protecting the innocent, and that's exactly what you need to do. She says, we all want to leave Connecticut, but my ex is making it hard because he wants to do whatever to hurt us. That's exactly right. But the thing about it is, when it comes to him, it's not about the kids. And I'm not saying this to be mean, but he really doesn't care about them. He's doing it just to be a pain in the ass. It's about you. It's like a vendetta against you. It's about focusing that energy on you and knowing that he's holding you back so you can't live your life the way you need and want to. She says, yes, my son was just lied on. Well, the truth will be told, and the person, this got to be a younger person that's lying, because I'm seeing manipulation there. And knowing that this is an easy way to get this person in trouble, your son being the person. She says, Faith hopefully just cleared my son today, but I don't know if they'll even listen to her reading. But, well, they may not take that into consideration, but they'll take into consideration how it's being brought to them, because they're not going to say everything right. They're going to fall in their own lie, and they're going to trip and stumble. And that's really what's going to open that door to, so this didn't happen. So that's what I'm seeing here. So the lie will be told by accident, not something they were willing to do, even though they were manipulated to say things. That's what I'm seeing. This is a manipulation and someone who's being hateful. And your son is the victim. She goes, you're right. He didn't even want them around until he heard I was about to leave. Damn, y'all are good. Well, honey, just know that your son is going to be protected. And as you said, Faith had told you earlier, which would clear his name. I'm not saying that what she said isn't true, but when it comes to things like that, a lot of people don't want to listen until they really meet a psychic, and then they're very open to it. So, with that being said, I see the innocence there. The custody battle definitely going to go on for quite some time. Unfortunately, I know you want to move out of Connecticut, but I honestly don't see anything that would break that for another at least 7 months to a year is what I'm seeing. So this is still going to be a fight for you. She goes, when do you see this coming to pass? We really need to leave Connecticut. It's been nothing but, yeah, I want to say sooner than that, but I don't see it. It's 7 months to a year, but you will receive what you're looking for. You will get custody of the kids. I feel like everything will go in the way that you need them to go. And when this happens, and I'm going to say this, he's going to want to give up his parental rights to them. And this is so that no child support can be taken on him. And I got news for him. That's not how this works. So he's going to try to be sneaky and sly somehow. That's his problem. He's a snake. She goes, I'm patient. Well, good. You need to be strong as well, because this is wearing on you, and this extra stress that's coming in is a distraction. And I feel like the toxic energy that you guys are in at the current moment is what's holding you down, and that's why you guys are running into these issues. Make sure your son stays away from those people. The energy definitely can change. So she goes, I even feel my gifts being hindered. Yeah, because I feel I have a gift, but I feel here it's holding me back. What's holding you back is the toxic energy and the negativity that's surrounding the area in which you're in currently. If you can remove yourself from it or find a way to push back that energy, because what's happening is attaching itself to you. Just like we said to Chelsea, it's like an energy vampire. It's draining you. You've got to be positive. You've got to see that you're stronger than that. I'm going to tell you something. And I know we go through hard times and we go through some of the hardest times. But this is something I learned when I was 17 years old. God doesn't throw anything at you that you could not handle. You have a way out. You just got to find it. And sometimes we've got to be patient. And since you have patience, the only thing you need now is strength. Your gifts are there. They're just being drowned out by the worry, stress, and negativity. If you can remove those things, you'll be able to experience. You'll be able to do that even while you're there if you can gain your strength. Honey, I'm going to do a blessing for everyone who's entered this room tonight, as I do every show. And I'm going to make sure that I put in that those toxic energies are removed from you. She says, I bought him a protection gift. She goes, I bought protection crystals and sage like a mother. Well, don't forget to add a little lavender to that. It helps. And bring dirt in the house. Ground. Put your hands in dirt. Help ground yourself. Take away some of that negativity. Give it back to the earth, because the earth will recycle it. You can't recycle it. The earth can. She goes, my kids even seen that they hate them. It hurts so much that I can't keep them. You can keep them. You can keep everything. You just got to be patient and focused. Stay sharp. Get your strength back. Ground yourself. Saltwater bath. And you've got this. She says, I have eucalyptus with sage for them strong energies. Well, that eucalyptus is going to open up your lungs for sure, because that's what eucalyptus does. But make sure when you do that, take deep breaths. Allow yourself to let go of that negativity while you're staging. It's going to be amazing. She goes, I wish I could hug you through the screen. Honey, I could feel it. I felt it a while ago. When you first joined this group and you started watching our lives, I knew that your name suited who you were. And I thank you so much for being here tonight with us. I'm going to pass this over to Faith. I know she's got some messages for you. Faith, what do you got going on over there?
Unique. Hey, sweetheart. So I agree with the things that Journey said. I'm just going to touch on a few things and add some stuff to it, okay? So, you're in an uphill battle with all this stuff with your ex. Your ex is kind of narcissistic, so everything is about him, and he likes to lie about everything, okay? This is the thing, though. You're just going to have to go through it. I feel like this is going to go on, off and on, for, just like Journey said, about a year and a half. I do see you getting the children, but it's a lot of red tape and a lot of BS to have to go through. And it's really going to be a test of your faith, but you're going to come out stronger, and you're going to be able to use the things that you learn in this situation to help others later, because you're going to meet people that are going to go through similar stuff.
She goes, I think they created the word narcissist when he was born.
They may have, because I don't like the energy that I get off of him. Because he makes every single solitary little thing, even stuff with the kids, he reverses back onto him. What they're doing to him when they're kids. I mean, the thing is that you are strong. You are much stronger than you give yourself credit for. And I really feel this is a time for you to get in touch with your faith, with God, praying, meditating, and just really focusing. And you know what? Some people might disagree with what I'm about to say, but I'm being told to tell you this. You need to pray for him, because it doesn't do you any good to hold on to this energy. So pray for him, for his heart to be softened and his energy to be changed.
She goes, I believe he came straight from Satan. Straight from Satan's nuts. She says, I'm super close to spirituality.
Well, this is the thing, though. It doesn't do you any good on a psychic level to hold on to that type of energy.
She said, I'll actually pray for him again.
You need to, because I feel like that will cleanse some of the toxic hold that he's got on you. If you pray for him with a sincere heart, and you do some, I'm being serious, do some saging for him. If you will do that, because God knows where your heart is in that will help. And I haven't met anybody, no matter what their faith system is, that doesn't need prayer. And if they tell you they don't, even if somebody doesn't believe what you believe, if they tell you they don't need prayer, they really need it. And trust me, he needs prayer because I don't say this much in a reading, but your ex is a wackadoo.
Wackadoo. Yes, I did recent. I anger be gone spell work. I released pent up anger and forgave him.
I don't think you have completely because he's done new stuff. So what I would suggest to you is know that he is at a lower level spiritually than you. I don't even think he's aware of how much of an ass he is. You know, some people are assholes and don't even know it. And you can tell until you're blue in the face, but they're not spiritually inclined enough to take any accountability for their actions. And the problem is he thinks he's the shit. But we know he's not. And he's a really shit dad too. So, you
Yeah.
know, but all of this is going to come to light. It will come to light. In the long run, just like Journey said, you are going to have the children. I'm being shown that February is going to be a very significant month
She said
for
he's a
you.
straight demon. Oh, honey, and just remember, don't hit him because shit splatters. She said, damn near the Antichrist.
I wouldn't go that far, but he's pretty close. He might be one of the Simpsons. You know, this is the thing. I would just say to you that God's got you, you know, and you've always been strong. God wouldn't give you those kids just to take them away. This isn't over. And remember, you know, earlier in my show, your grandmother came through. And you may not follow the Bible practices anymore, but she's reiterating something she said to you in that reading. And that was to pray over your children, to take authority of that situation over your children. So when your children are around you, you need to put your hand on them, lay hands on them, put your hand on their head or their shoulders and pray over them. Because the Bible says what? That God hears a mother's prayers, that a mother's cries for her children are very significant. It's not that God doesn't hear everyone's prayers, but the Bible goes on to say just the fact that that is mentioned emphasizes how much God looks at the relationship between mother and children. You have that authority as their mother to pray over them for protection and that nobody would put them to harm, whether it's verbal harm, whether it's a form of slander, whether it's bullying them, whatever it may be, emotional harm. So just know that. And you also come from a long line of spiritual people. You know, maybe you don't believe what your grandmother believed anymore, but she was still spiritual in her own right. And she taught you that. So honor her by using that. Even if you don't believe that anymore, honor her by receiving the message that she's telling you. Pray over those children because that's important and it will help in the long run because it's a form of protection when we pray, you know, and it's giving God authority over the situation. God is there when you can't be there. God doesn't want you or those kids to go through that. And I know you're in my prayers just as well as you are in Journey's.
She goes, baby, the way we about to pray all up and throughout this house for my children and those attached closely to me, especially my best friend and her family, we gonna kick this evil spirit's ass. I'm on it. My gifts will be enlightened.
You know what I would say is this. I say this in my own home because I grew up my grandfather was a pastor. I have several family members that were pastors, and I grew up in the church. And I still follow the teachings of the church. That's why sometimes I struggle with my abilities even, but I've had them since I was little. I say this when negative people and negative spirits are around me, because I learned this in church. I always say, and you don't have to say this, but I'm just telling everybody what I say. I say, in Jesus' name, I rebuke that spirit of negativity, of sadness, of somebody being mean, whatever it is. And if you are worried about your kids having protection, you can always, you can use holy water. In my denomination of Christianity, we use anointing water that's been prayed over.
She
And we
says next
anoint
time my
them.
grandmother chewed you out about leaving.
She did. She did, man. She chewed. Anybody that wants a good laugh, go watch my show from earlier. Watch the last reading. It was Unique's reading. She was chewing me out for not going to church. Woo! She did. She's funny though, your grandmother. You know, your grandmother just came through, and I'm going to be honest. She says, even though you don't believe this anymore, she said, you need to plead the blood of Jesus over those kids, because your ex is in that case. And she even says that your ex is evil. So that's. But I hope that helps you, Unique. Please keep us posted, and you know that Journey and I love you.
She said, Danny, don't play.
No, she don't. She don't. And I still think it's funny that she said your relatives were messing up her recipes. She did, Journey. Did you hear that today?
I unfortunately didn't get a chance to.
That was so funny because
I'm doing a mediumship myself.
she came through. She came through, and the first thing, I think it was like the first thing she said was, tell them to stop messing up my recipes.
She said, thank y'all so much. Like, legit, thank y'all. I needed this. Absolutely.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You've got too many pressures on you, and you need to know that there's light at the end of this tunnel. She says, I'm still trying to see who is the culprit that can't cook. 3 of them. 2 of them.
That's what I saw too. With 3 other people, and they're burning her stuff, and they're adding extra spices. She says they're ruining it. And she says, tell my granddaughter, ask my granddaughter. She says, Faith, I was a cook.
She said, I'm country, so y'all gotta read this with twang. No problem.
Well, I'm country too. My family's from North Carolina.
Part of the United States, from Key West, Florida. So,
and my family's from North Carolina. So
I live right next door to mile marker 0.
Oh Lord, Journey.
It's right down the street. She goes,
I didn't even know there was a mile marker 0.
I know it ain't me. I can cook. Meaning,
well, she's showing me some type of, I don't know, some type of greens or that they're messing up. I don't know if this is green beans or collard greens. And then she's saying a pie, some type of pie. She says they burn stuff. That's the problem. And the thing is she
like Mississippi mud. That's what she said. Mississippi mud.
This is the funny thing is, like, the one dish with the greens in it or whatever, it still has juice in it. So I can't figure out how they're burning it. But she says they're not doing it right and it's burning.
Appreciate y'all. I can't wait for the Reiki class. No problem, sweetheart. I can't wait for you guys to sign up. I've seen a couple emails about it already. So don't worry, guys. It'll be fun. Right now we're going through a tarot class, so that'll be done. All right, once that's done, we'll have more people. Thank you so much, Unique. We appreciate it. All right, guys, it's time to announce the winners, and then we'll keep going down the list here. We got a little bit more time. And Linda Duncan, let us know that you're here. You've won the contest, along with Baydre. Baydre, you also are a winner of our contest tonight. So I need Linda Duncan and Baydre to let me know that they're here, so they can collect their prize. She says, I wish I could have joined the tarot class. There will be another one not too long after that. So I'll let everybody know about that. because we don't charge for those classes. We just let you guys get an understanding and be able to help build your spiritual awakening. All right. I know other people do, but I don't. I actually like teaching people. I love seeing people's gifts and how they work. I'm very intrigued by that.
Because everybody's gift is different.
Absolutely. It's different. Absolutely. All right. So we have those winners. If you guys are here, let us know so we can give you guys your prize. All you got to do is say, here I am. All right. So let's keep on going because we've got a couple people here that are dying to get that reading. Meerkat, I know we called your name first, girl, but we had a bunch of jumps and some long mediumships, and they were great and beautiful. But now you can send us that question. We're ready for you. Catherine, she says, congrats, Linda and Babe Dre, you're going to Disney World.
Hey, Catherine.
I hope they bring money.
And they better bring me.
She says, I'm about to send another 20. It's not for a jump, but it's for the turkeys. How sweet is that?
Aww.
Catherine said, maybe not. All right. So we've got Meerkat here. Says, just curious, how do others view my appearance and my character currently? Thank you so much. Because the first thing that I saw with this energy is that there's a uniqueness about you. I don't feel that I don't feel like they're scared of you or anything. They do look. I keep seeing eyes on you, but it's not in a bad way. I see people who find attraction, fascination. Your character is on point. You've got a great personality. So you're very expressive is what it shows here. And so I don't feel that it's anything bad. And I know these are things that we can and will worry about, but I think you are putting more emphasis on that than anybody else is. And I feel like you can let that go. I mean, I don't see anybody that may be nitpicking. They're just bitches. Don't listen to them. They can pull a corn cob out of their butt. Who cares? Let them be bitches. They can be Karens all they want to. But I see a lot of people that are intrigued by you. They like your personality. They love who you are as a person. There are those people who are hard-headed and a pain in the ass. Screw them. Don't do that because you'll want to get germs and all their gross energy. So she says, "Yay, thank you. You're welcome." But you have a uniqueness about you. You stand out, but then you don't stand out in a bad way. It's just strong personality, and a lot of people don't understand it. But enjoy it, honey. It makes you special and unique. Faith, what do you got?
Meerkat, I'm just gonna touch on something for just a short second. You have asked that same question like 3 times this week in my show. So nothing that I've seen for you has really changed in that way. But I will retouch on people think you're very kind. I'm being shown again that they think you have a very nice smile and you have a shyness to you. I feel like you're worried about what people think of you because you're too hard on yourself. You have to stop. You are who you are, and there's nothing wrong with who you are. You are wonderfully and fearfully made, and there's nobody like you. So you need to stop worrying about the possibility of what someone thinks of you with your looks.
She says true.
You're way too hard on yourself, honey. Way too hard on yourself. Looks is not everything that matters. And you know what? If you want people to know you and like you and be friends with you, because I feel like that at the core is why you're asking them. You have to speak up so people can get to know you. You are very shy, except with 2 people. And
All
you
right.
have more friends than 2 people, and I feel like this has to do with school. So if you want more people to know you, try. Smile and just talk to people, even when you're shy. But just hang in there because I see you meeting more people. Okay?
All right. Well, let's keep on going here. We're going to take one last question because we're at the end of the hour, guys. I need to see Jalapenos. Jalapeno here. She says, thank you both so much.
You're welcome.
Tierney, you're hilarious. I'm sorry. uh, Faith's my blister. I mean, my sister.
You should be so lucky.
Hey, you already know how it is. We already lived past lives together. We figured that out by other people that didn't know that we knew each other said it.
Actually, I had someone tell me from one of the pictures of us together that
Yes.
we look like sister and brother. I've had 3 people ask me if you were my brother, and I'm like, no.
From another mother. All right, I'm not seeing Jalapeno. So
Where
Brittany,
did Jalapeno left us, Sonny? She left us.
I know she's gonna get grounded. I'm gonna tell her on the next show because I know she'll be there. Grounded. Oh, wait a minute. Catherine's like, wait, what? Let's hear that story.
Oh,
Oh man, Faith and I have been, since her and I have been working together, so many people have said so much about us, other psychics that come in and they see us together and we work together.
yeah. I mean, we've had so many people ask us, like, what the relationship is between us. And we're like, we're
People
just
who
friends.
didn't know said that you two were related, siblings related. Yes. People that have seen our picture together, they're like, that was your sister in a past life.
I've had somebody tell me, one of my friends who's psychic that doesn't know Journey on a personal level told me that he's one of my soulmates. Like,
Yep.
in a brotherly way, that he was my older brother in like 2 lifetimes.
And I still act like it.
Yes, you do. And it's annoying because I'm actually older than him.
Yeah, technically you're older than me, but I'm the one.
You know what it is, guys? You know what it is? He just likes to boss me.
Hey, Brittany, honey, it's your turn to post your question, and you'll be our last question of the night, sweetie. Go ahead and throw it.
See, as soon as I said he just likes to boss me.
She likes it, though. Come on, guys.
Hey, Brittany, it's your question now.
I'm not bossy.
Yes, you are.
I know, but I can't help it. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I know if your mom's watching, she's laughing.
She's dying laughing right now. She's done sent me 5 messages. She says, yay, when do you see me finally starting school again? Well, when it comes to school for me, when I see you doing that, I actually see you starting on the next semester. But I'm going to say this about your schooling, is that don't overload yourself because I see you trying to go in 86 different directions. Pick and choose selectively. You will get to all the other things that you want to do, but you need to have a focus there. So if you do the schooling, make sure you only take a couple classes. You don't want to overload yourself and get frustrated and not be able to keep up with it. And then what will happen, it will make you feel like you're failing, and you don't want to feel like you're going to fail, so you don't want to overdo it too quickly. She says, I wanted to do that, work, school, and raise my kiddos, etc. Laugh out loud. Absolutely. You're going to be able to balance that, but don't overwhelm yourself. Even if you have to take it one class at a time, that's okay. Don't overwhelm yourself. You are inching your way to success. But if you take 9 classes and try to work and raise the kiddos, you're going to have one piece of hair, and you better hope you can find a cute bow on your head because you're going to pull your hair out. So don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overload yourself. But yes, go to school. She's so true. You definitely have a point. Right. So take as many as you think that you can, but don't rip your hair out trying to do too many things at once. Don't pull a journey. It's not fun. It's very stressful. I'm going to pass this to Faith.
But yet, he does it all the time. He doesn't learn, and then he'll say, Faith, I'm tired. But Brittany, what I'm being shown is that at the most, you are to take 2 to 3 classes. Don't take any more. And I would say keep it at 2. Okay? 2. Because you ain't going to have time for anything else, honey. And be on overload. But I, just like Journey said, I see you doing next semester. Pick the topic that you want to do carefully and take 2 classes. Do not overwhelm yourself. You can do this, though, and I do see you doing it. So I feel like overall it will be a good thing.
And Brittany said, yes, that is what I was going to do, was 2 classes at a time. Perfect. But pick a major. Pick a damn.
She's gonna.
I know, but she's got 87 things on the brain. I could do this. I could be that. I can go here. I can build
Honey,
this.
you know what? You know what? You are the pot calling the kettle black. I don't care if you're psychic or not.
But I pick a thing, and then once I've completed it, I start a new thing.
Yes. No. I veto. You are a liar. You do this project. Oh, okay. I gotta stop this project for a little bit so I can work on this project. I gotta get this done. I gotta help everybody figure this out. No, you don't take a break.
I don't take a break, but I do focus on my projects because they all work together. So I got to build them all together.
Yeah, twist it around, Journey. You still need to take a break. You work on vacation, okay?
Eventually,
Don't let him perpetrate. He came to my house and was like, Faith, where's the plug? I gotta plug in the laptop.
It's okay. I got this.
Notice he's not
awesome. As she says, Journey, you're so right. You don't want to be a hair girl. You're going to get a wig, or you're going to have one strand of hair on it. You're going to look like Pebbles Flintstone, and you're going to hate it.
As long as you don't look like Trump.
Oh, Lord.
With the comb over.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, don't worry, honey. Get a wig. But just don't do too much. Just don't do too much.
No more than 2 classes, honey. No more than 2.
Yeah. Guys, this has been a beautiful night. We've had some great mediumship readings. I'm glad you guys got a chance to see what a mediumship reading is like with us and how it takes time to get those messages. And it's part of the reason why we have you guys jump. But it is the end of our show. But don't worry. We'll be back next week with all of our shows. We've got daytime shows. Faith's show is now going to 7 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. Eastern. So 7 p.m. you'll be able to catch Faith's show during the day. Well, actually early evening. And then at 10 o'clock you'll be able to catch MPC Live. And we have a full week of 2-hour shows. And then on Monday nights, technically it's Tuesday here, but it's not on the West Coast. It's Monday night, 30 minutes after my show. We have Emma Rose, and she's doing the late show. And then on Wednesday nights, technically Thursday morning, because it's 12:30 in the morning, Faith and I tag team some readings. We have a little fun, and it's a little bit more grown up.
The late show with Journey Ryan and Gifts of Faith.
Exactly. And for some reason, it's like the spirits take their clothes off and they want to talk to you, and you're like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we talking about this? Oh my God. So, if you want to see the Oh My God show, check me and Faith out because it gets interesting.
It's called Blanca's Husband Comes Through and Says an Appropriate Thing.
And she likes it, and it's a brown chicken, brown cow. Good time. She said black panties and glue.
Oh, God.
Well, that wasn't Blanca. That was unique.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is what happened, you Nick. Thanks for the recap. I noticed it embarrassed me so bad.
She wrote glue, and I said glue boots. I'm trying to think to myself, what are those? Clear? And then she said glitter boots, so that makes more sense to me. The spirits take their clothes off. Oh my God, a bunch of laughing emojis. It's definitely fun, guys. We have so much fun being here with you guys. Don't forget to tell your friends. Share our group. Let everyone know we're here. We're trying to build this beautiful place where people can get secure and safe readings. Remember, guys, we love you. Stay well. Have a great weekend. I'm actually going to take a day off for real.
Okay, yeah, okay.
What do I got to film?
Guys, he'll text me tomorrow.
I didn't say tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take Sunday off, I think. I'm going to go out to eat, relax in the bed.
Guys, I will be on the website tomorrow too, if anybody needs to call.
Yep, she's on there, guys, and she likes to talk. She does. Oh, and when you get a mediumship reading in the background, when it's just the two of you, it can get more deep, and sometimes it can get very emotional. Just a little heads up.
Yeah.
The website, they can start tapping.
And just so you guys know, they don't bark when I'm on the phone. They bark when I'm on. The reason they bark when I'm on camera is because I have my camera propped up on my table, so they associate the table with me eating. And they keep thinking that I'm going to give them food or drop something on the floor.
Uh-huh. All right, guys. You know, we were thinking about doing another show probably on a Saturday sometime soon, and we definitely will inform you about that, where you guys can just sit back, talk with us. We can talk about many different things. We'll be giving away some readings and stuff and having some fun there. And you'll just get a chance to know us, talk with us. And, you know, we like to get to know you guys a little bit better and enjoy your guys' company. But we have to call it a night. It is at the 2-hour mark. So we want to say thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We do appreciate you.
Good night, guys. Happy weekend.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. And we will catch you guys on the flip side. See you Monday at 7 p.m.
Bye.
MPC, Psychic Insight with Gifts of Faith. And then at 10 o'clock with Journey Ryan. Until then, this is Journey and Faith signing off. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye-bye, everybody.